Don't forget to WhatsApp us or call us directly. The numbers are there flashing on your screens right now, viewers. And on the show, I'm joined by Vaibhav Vidwani on the fundamentals, and our technical guest will be joining us very shortly. So welcome to the show, Vaibhav.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, so let's get started with the queries. So first up, we have a caller from Gwalior. Okay, so Jai Kishan is joining us on the phone line at the start itself. So Jai Kishan, good evening.
हाँ जी हाँ जी हाँ जी
जी प्लीज बताइए क्या समस्या है आपकी?
मैम मैं कैन आई स्पीक इन हिंदी?
या बिल्कुल.
हाँ मैडम, मैंने ना स्पंदना स्फूर्ति लिए हुए हैं 1000 से 600 रुपए में.
ओके.
अभी वो 300 के आसपास आ रहा है, आधा हो गया है.
हाँ.
और राइट इशू भी लेके आया है वो 225 में.
तो जय किशन जी, आपने कब खरीदे ये शेयर्स?
ये हो गया 1 साल हो गया.
1 साल हो गया. और आपने 1 साल में, मैं देख पा रही हूँ कि आप 3 लाख करीबन के नुकसान पे हैं.
हाँ जी
हाँ जी. ठीक है, तो मैं आपकी जो डाउट है वो मैं क्लियर करती हूँ. वैभव, you know, Spandana Sphoorty is the counter and he has made some significant losses there. So I would request you to please answer in Hindi so that he's able to understand what advice you have for him.
Okay. So अगर हम देखें तो जो स्पंदना है ये एक माइक्रो फाइनेंसिंग कंपनी है एंड अभी भी जो मतलब पहले एक्सपेक्टेशंस थी कि ये वाले क्वार्टर में माइक्रो फाइनेंसिंग में थोड़े इम्प्रूवमेंट दिखेंगे, बट स्टिल स्ट्रेस इज देयर. स्ट्रेस है अभी भी माइक्रो फाइनेंसिंग में और इसी कारण ये स्टॉक में भी हमें गिरावट देखी है, जिसके कारण इनके एसेट क्वालिटी पे इम्पैक्ट आया है, निम्स स्ट्रेस हुए हैं. तो ओवरऑल इस पर्टिकुलर सेगमेंट में स्ट्रेस तो रहेगा, पर एक्सपेक्टेशन ये है कि 2 से 3 क्वार्टर के बाद ये पर्टिकुलर सेगमेंट में हम थोड़ा इम्प्रूवमेंट एक्सपेक्ट करें. साथ ही में जो कि अभी हमारा रेपो रेट रिड्यूस हुआ है तो कॉस्ट ऑफ बोरोइंग फॉर एनबीएफसी जो है वो कम हो जाएगी. तो ये जो एक ऐसे फैक्टर है, ये इनके निम्स को थोड़ा सपोर्ट कर सकता है. बट मैं कहूंगा कि नियर टर्म हमें इस पर्टिकुलर स्टॉक में स्ट्रेस दिखने वाला है. फॉर लॉन्ग टर्म अगर हम विजन देखें, अगर हमारा व्यू यहाँ से 2-3 इयर्स एटलीस्ट होल्ड करने का है तो हम होल्ड कर सकते हैं. वी कैन इवन डू बाय ऑन डिप, बट नियर क्वार्टर्स में स्ट्रेस रहेगा. अगर व्यू इन्वेस्टर का शॉर्ट टर्म है तो उन्हें एग्जिट कर लेना चाहिए.
Okay, thank you so much for that, Vaibhav. Now we are joined by Sanjay on the phone line from Thane. Hi Sanjay, good evening.
Hi, good evening.
Yes.
I have a query regarding Pidilite.
Okay.
I bought it about a year ago at about 3,000 rupees.
Yeah.
The entire market has moved but this share, so it seems like Fevicol is taking it at the price. I want to know, what should I do further? Should I hold on or should I just leave it?
Okay, I'll get your query answered. Vaibhav, Pidilite, you know, he bought it a year back, but now it has fallen even below those levels. He bought it at 3,000, it's currently trading at 2,919. So, and even if I look at the chart, so it's on a downside. So, fundamentally, if you view the counter, how is it?
First of all, that stock is trading at a very, I will say, expensive valuation of PE 70, where industry PE is only of 35. So, inka jo means overall the valuation is, I will say, is of 2x, while they have delivered a very mute growth in FY25. So I will say that means it will take time. Means that business is quite expensive, so we should be little cautious for this business.
Okay. So a bit of caution is advised on Pidilite. With that, we have Suresh joining us on the phone line from Hyderabad. Hi Suresh, good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yes, please go ahead with the query.
Yeah, I am holding 1,000 shares of Zee Entertainment Limited.
Okay.
Recently I purchased it and at 145.
Yeah.
So from past couple of days after this results, yesterday and today it came down.
Yes.
And almost 10% corrected yesterday and today.
Yes.
But I can hold it for next 6 months to 1 year.
Okay.
Just I wanted to know, can I hold this one or can I add more in dips?
Okay.
If I can average it.
Okay.
What is the best level to average and what could be the target which I expect in the next 1 year?
All right, all right. So Vaibhav, like you heard, Suresh talking about Zee Entertainment, and he is incurring a loss currently, and especially after, the result, there's a steep downfall that we are seeing there. So, but, is it like a buying opportunity? And fundamentally, how do you view it for like, let's say, a year and a half view on the counter?
It is more about the competitiveness in the market. So Zee Entertainment recently have done infusion of funds in their business because they want to compete with Geo Disney. So that's why they recently have done infusion. But I will say, what will be the response of public regarding their channel, and how the investors will get attracted. So these all things will matter in upcoming quarters. So still their business have not shown any robust improvement. So we should wait for the upcoming quarters, that how these investment will impact the business and how these things will support their revenue.
Right, right. Okay. So with that, we have a WhatsApp query with us. Satish from Vishakhapatnam has written to us saying that he's bought 5,000 shares of LIC at 820 a piece. And he has made some significant profits there, over 5 lakh rupees. So Satish, if you're watching the show right now, so many, many congratulations on this achievement. And so, he's also looking for a long-term view on LIC. Vaibhav, are you optimistic on LIC for the next 1 to 2 years as well, or do you advise him to book his partial profits at the current juncture?
I will say investors should book partial profit in this stock, because LIC always have delivered a good numbers, but still their revenue from the core business is always less. So I will say investors should book partial profit, and they can look for the other stock in this particular segment.
Okay, okay. And with that, our technical guest is also joining us. Sarvendra Srivastav is there with us on the show. Hi, Sarvendra. Good evening.
Hi, good evening. Good evening, everyone.
Yes. So, Sarvendra, we were discussing about one query. So, Satish from Vishakhapatnam actually holds 5,000 shares of LIC, and he bought it at 820. And he has made some significant profits of over 5 lakh rupees there. So, what advice would you have for him? Vaibhav is suggesting that he should be partially booking his profits. What do you suggest?
See, money on the table is always good. If you take some money home, it's always good. It's only when you sell that you get credit in your account. Rest, everything remains paper wealth. So in that sense, yes, profit taking time to time is always advisable. But in this case, I would tell him, since the stock is making some good setups, so next 3 to 6 months, he can hold. My reading here will be hold, but I will give him a very, very tight stop loss. And I'll say that he should be keeping a stop loss at 898 on a closing basis. So 24 points from here, just to play out, maybe if this pattern breaks on the upside, he might get targets in the region of around 980,000. Around 1,000, I would tell him to book some profits and keep some dry powder, yes.
Okay, so around 1,000 levels, you can book your profits. It's what Sarvendra is suggesting. With that, we have Pradeep joining us on the phone line from Bengaluru. Hi, Pradeep. Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yes, please go ahead with the query.
I'm having 200 shares of Marksans Pharma.
Yeah.
Bought at 116 rupees.
Okay.
Now, the profits have nearly doubled. The price has nearly doubled, and I would like to know whether I should hold on for another 1 or 2 years.
Yeah.
Or whether I should book profits at this stage.
Okay.
And if I book profits, at what level?
All right. Okay. So there are 3 level questions there. Firstly, we'll cater to the fundamentals of Marksans Pharma. So Vaibhav, if I look at the valuations and, if I also compare it with its peers, so it's positioned very well and it's very attractive there. So considering all these aspects in mind, do you still suggest that Marksans Pharma is a good bet for a long-term investment purpose?
For long term, I will not recommend Marksans Pharma, because companies have exposure in US are facing stress, which is impacting their revenue and their margins. And we don't know what will happen in upcoming quarters. Till the time dust is not getting settled, we should be away from these type of stocks.
Okay. So with Trump tariffs looming, and especially in the pharma space, it's anticipated that there might be some 200% tariffs in the pharma space. But hence the experts are suggesting a bit of caution in the space, viewers. And Sarvendra, and quickly I'd like to come to you as well. How are the charts of Marksans Pharma looking like? Are they pleasing?
See, within that space, I think it will be a smaller name within the pharma space. I think better plays and better stocks there. But since you've almost doubled his money here, I would tell him to book half the profit. Half of his stocks always become free. And then possibly if you want to hold for long term, for your free shares, you can possibly hold. And remaining what you book as profits, you can keep as dry powder for next 3-6 months. And definitely within that space, you can look at other names also. I always go with the liquid names. So the top 4-5 liquid names, I think those would be better plays. In a correction, you need to go and look at those large cap names also there.
Okay. Thank you so much for that. Now we are joined by Venkat on the phone line from Chennai. Hi Venkat, good evening.
Hi.
Yes, please go ahead with your query.
This is regarding City Union Bank. I am holding 100 shares at the rate of 220.
Okay.
I need for short term actually.
And when did you buy it?
Accumulate and maybe a week or 10 days back.
Okay, understood. So a short term outlook, are you looking for a 6 months picture?
Yeah, maybe 6 months, and I need idea on accumulation also. Can I buy now?
Understood. So Sarvendra, City Union Bank is the counter, currently it's trading at 214. Firstly, he bought it at 220 levels just a week back. So although it has dropped down, but still do you suggest that it's a buying on dip opportunity, and should he be accumulating more at these levels?
Buying on dip, certainly not at these levels. You would want a fairly decent dip here. I'll give him a devil's advocate kind of view also here. See, the stock topped out in 2020, and in the entire bull market, when Bank Nifty kept on making new highs, and both the indices gained a lot of ground and almost doubled. Nifty almost doubled from 12K, in fact, from 18 to 26. That would be more comparable here. So from 18 to 26, and Bank Nifty almost doubled from there. So I think this is a laggard, and laggards I don't like. Till you don't get fresh breakouts on volume, I would say that you need to possibly get near your cost. I would say you try and exit and look at better names within that space.
Okay, so exit from City Union Bank is what our experts are suggesting. With that, we have a caller joining us from Hyderabad now. Hi Ashok, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, please go ahead with your query.
Is it the right time to take an entry in a Lemon Tree Hotel? And it's not for long term, it is this is for 6 months time period.
Okay.
And what could be the best level to take an entry on that when seeing the chart, like it is trading at 52-week high?
Yes.
So recently I took a position on that at lower level, and I exited at 150 range. But still it is staying trading in the same range. So is it showing a bullish on technically? It is showing the bullish momentum, or if I take an entry on this level, can I expect around 10 to 15% in next 6 months to 1 year?
Understood. So Sarvendra, you've heard the query there. Rightly said, it has seen a bit of a spike on the charts, and it's currently trading near its 1 year highs there. Today it was trading at 157. So do you think that these are the correct levels for somebody who hasn't invested in it, and still they can make 10 to 15% of profit in the next 6 months, or these are the elevated levels and they should avoid at this point of time?
See, these are risky levels, no doubt. At a 63, 64 PE multiple, things are not cheap. So that's very, very clear here. And a hotel stock at those numbers is definitely more risky and not cheap. The data here is less in the sense that the stock, whatever I can see, the data on the stock is more from the 20s, the 2020 low, and from there it's been a vertical rise up. I think the stock has performed fairly well from 25 odd levels to 150. It's already a 6-bagger. I don't see much more headroom for him. Maybe a 160, 165, that's doable. but I would say it's a risky bet. And his time frame is also of less than 1 year. So within that zone, I think there's definitely a risk to a fallback towards 130, 135. So I think these are not the safer levels to buy more. And in fact, if he has the stocks, I think 165 would be a good area to book some profits.
Okay. So now we have Prasad on the phone line from Bengaluru. Hi Prasad, good evening.
Hi, good evening. Well, my question is to Mr. Sarvendra, sir.
Yeah.
I hold around 25 shares of Azad Engineering.
Okay.
Bought at a price of 1,700.
Yeah.
Certainly, it was for a medium to long term. No doubt the valuations are of the roof. What I'm looking is, I'm thinking to add a few more quantities at the current level.
Okay.
Now, I'd like to know what will be his views on this.
Okay, so Azad Engineering, quickly, Sarvendra, if you could just tell us that currently it's trading at 1,585. Okay, so are these the correct levels to enter and accumulate more?
See, it's a very illiquid stock. It's a very illiquid stock because it trades around 50 or 1,000 shares per day. So I would say I would put it in the category of slightly liquid stocks. In that sense, you always carry more. You carry more the basis risk, and the beta is also always higher for these kind of stocks. Data is only from 2023, what I can see on NSE, and broadly, I think it's been struggling around that 2,000 mark. 3 attempts at 2,000, slightly one tick higher than there, but could not close above those numbers. And once it does not do that, it usually slips towards the 1,350, 1,400 mark. So 1,400 to 2,000 is the last 12-month trading range. So I think you are just in the middle of that range. So if you want to do anything else in this, I think you will have to let it cool off towards 1,350. If you want to do something fresh, else around that 2,000 mark, you should be booking some profits till you don't get a decisive breakout going forward.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Sarvendra. And with that, we have Murli joining us on the phone line from Bengaluru. Hi, Mr. Murli. Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yes, Mr. Murli, quickly today, if you could just ask your question because we are running short of time.
I have bought I am holding 1,300 shares of Triveni Turbine.
Yeah.
At the rate of 653.31.
Okay.
While investing, I was looking at the 5-year CAGR, the PE of other like BL, BHEL, Thermax and all. It is a debt-free company. It's a 50% CAGR growth and turnover and profit.
Yes.
It is high PE company compared to others. What shall I do now? I am willing to wait for a long term.
Okay.
It is in steam turbine manufacturing.
Understood. Vaibhav, quickly, I want you to take this doubt of Mr. Murli. Triveni Turbine is the company's name and he's incurring a loss currently. So what's your fundamental outlook on the counter?
Surely we can hold this stock as this stock is trading at a very attractive valuation of 56 and this company is into the power generation and equipment solution. So we can expect good growth in this particular segment which will support its revenue growth and its valuation in the upcoming quarters.
Right. Thank you so much, Vaibhav, for that. And with that, I'm afraid that we are running short of time. But thank you so much, Sarvendra and Vaibhav, for being there and patiently solving our viewers' queries as always. Thank you so much. And viewers, Dr. Reddy's Q1 profit has grown over 1%, but they have missed the estimates. So US business degrew by 11% due to increased price erosion in certain products, while India business witnessed 11% growth. Meanwhile, margin also have declined on the back of price erosion in the generic segment. Have a look.
I'll start with the US business first. We saw a decline of almost 11% in US revenues on the back of pricing erosion when it comes to Revlimid. What is the outlook for US for the whole year, that is FY26?
Sure. So what you saw is something that we had expected, which is pricing pressure around the generic Revlimid and also some of our base products. However, as we go along, we do expect to see that we would be in the US flat, maybe slight amount of growth. But overall, the company also has been able to deliver on a double-digit growth. This is thanks to the rest of the businesses, whether it is India, emerging markets, Europe, PSCI, all growing well. And as we go along, these businesses are expected to contribute to the rest of the year as well.
Got that point, sir. Also, you've launched 5 new products in US. Just wanted to know, when can you see the ramp up of those 5 products?
So we launch products normally about 15 to 20 products in the US. Normally they do have a ramp up. The first products that we launch in the quarter ramp up over the next few quarters, and then you have some of them that we launched in the last year that will start to show the growth in the current year. So this is something that is normal in the US, and we expect that ramp up to also contribute to improving the growth in the US.
Okay, so sir, now the main point behind asking this question was the fall in the US that we have seen. Will this be compensated by the new products that you have launched for FY26?
So if you see at an overall company level, we have grown well in terms of a double digit. And the way to look into it is that US has got both new products as well as volume growth. We do have lenalidomide that would be meaningful for another quarter as well. And on top of it, the India business, the emerging markets business, the Euro business, along with the NRT, will continue to drive double digits. So at an overall company level, you would see a healthy growth.
Got that point, sir. On the NRT business that you were speaking about, can you just give us the update there? How is the business going on, and how is FY26 looking when it comes to the NRT business?
Sure, I think the integration is going well in the markets where the transition has already taken place. We have been able to take the business, and the recent transition has been in Nordics. We have several other markets at which the transition would go on in the current quarter and into the next few quarters. And what do we see? We do see that as compared to our initial estimates, we are doing slightly better than those estimates. Obviously, we see growth in NRT, not only in terms of how we would support it, in terms of taking the product, bringing in newer innovations into NRT, and taking NRT into markets where today it is not present.
Understood. And also, sir, let's talk about the India business, which grew 11%, which was expected. Now, in FY25, though, the India business grew 16%, if I'm not wrong. I just wanted to know the outlook for India business when it comes to overall FY26, and how many new products were launched in this quarter?
Sure. I think in this quarter, I would say the two innovative assets that we launched is RSV vaccine, Beyfortus from Sanofi, and also the Sensimune, which is a anti-allergic product for house dust mites. We have more products that we have lined up for the rest of the quarter. So India is driven by the growth of the existing mega brands, which is on the core business. India is also driven by the innovative assets that we're launching in our endowments. We're consistently looking into what are the unmet needs in India and how might we bring in these assets into India, and this innovation journey is shaping up nicely. And the third, of course, in the consumer health, the JV that we have done with Nestle is also on track and according to the plan. So a combination of both the base business as well as the new growth levers of innovation and consumer health should help India continue to have a healthy growth.
Sir, can you just quantify the number for us when it comes to India business? Because in FY25 you grew almost 16%. So can you sustain that 16% growth, or you're expecting 16% plus growth when it comes to India?
So in terms of our endeavor, obviously we would want to grow to a healthy number, even in FY26 and beyond, because of our aspiration to get into the top 5. In order to get into top 5, obviously you need to do better than the market, both in terms of execution and in terms of portfolio. I feel confident that we will continue to grow healthy in India.
Understood. Also, sir, the gross margin decline that you are seeing, this is because of the higher, price erosion in generic segment. Where do you see gross margin for the whole year?
So what you have seen specifically for the quarter has been a combination of few specific products, because normally you have that impact in a quarter when you see price declines for a particular product. But in terms of the overall, the way in which the price erosion is happening in the US, it is still, I would say, a stable scenario at this point of time, and hence you might see a quarter-on-quarter changes, but overall for the year we do see it to be more stable. Okay, and sir, so do you still hold the double-digit guidance that you had given for FY26 with, EBITDA margins of FY25, which is at around 26%? So do you still hold the guidance? So as an organization, we feel 25% EBITDA margins help us with ensuring that we continue to drive our existing business and also make the investments in order for the future growth. You might see a quarter-on-quarter changes, but the aspiration is to continue to pursue a 25% EBITDA. In terms of the growth, obviously driven by the global businesses, our aspiration continues to work towards the double-digit growth.
Well, with that, viewers, it's a wrap on this edition, but please don't go anywhere as we bring you Profit 360 on the other side of the break.
हेलो हेलो, बोलिए मैडम, डब्बा ट्रेडिंग कब से चल रहा है पता है मैडम आपको? हम और आप तो जन्म भी नहीं हुआ था हमारा.
We investigated a shady advisory firm that has spent big bucks on advertising on the front pages of national dailies.
ये आपको बिल्कुल उसका ऐसा हल्का सा भी खौफ नहीं है?
मैडम एक बार वो खौफ की